So on this installment of the muscle truck build, yeah, she gets some accent lighting. For under 50 bucks. I'll show you how I did it. Let's go. So these are the accent lights I'm going to add to the grill. I picked them up on Amazon, about $20. I have a link in the description down below. But they light up a nice, cool white as a running light. And then it has a sequential turn signal built into it. So I think I'm going to install it in the grill on the top part there and down. So when you turn the turn signal on, it'll light up amber down and over. I think that'll be kind of cool. Plus, you know, they're only $20, so I don't really expect them to last that long, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to hopefully prolong the life of these by adding a little bit more silicone to some of the more potential to getting wet areas and then them shorting out quicker. But first thing I actually want to do is let's test them out on the battery to make sure that they all light up and function properly. Okay, so to test them out, I just have a wire clip on the ground, and then I'm just going to attach it to the ground side of the battery. And then I'm just going to touch the wires onto the onto the positive of the battery. So I'm going to guess red is on. That's pretty cool. And then yellow is the turn. Look at that. So now we also know that this is the direction that it's going. So that's kind of crucial to know which way we're going to mount them on there. But now that we know that they work properly, we're going to add a little bit more weather protection to the circuit board itself. So on the circuit board itself, I mean, it doesn't look like it's held together very well. So we're just going to take a razor blade and very carefully kind of open that up. So you don't want to go too deep, risk damaging something. Obviously do this at your own risk. See, like there. So you can see they only put a little bit of silicone in there in order to protect this board from moisture and stuff, and that will really like fry this thing out. So our TV is really gonna cover this sucker up. Make sure no moisture gets in there. A little bit on the back side of these wires. Carefully clamp it. Oh, just spread this around a little bit. You just push it back together. There we go. That should really help seal it from the weather. Make sure that it lasts just a little bit longer. Like honestly, I don't expect these to last all that long because they're, you know, they're 20 bucks on Amazon, made in China. But we'll see. So next up, we got to get this grill off and the headlights out because we got to tap into the wiring harness in order to light this up and build a separate harness on the grill so that it's all removable as one piece. All right, with the grill out of the truck, we have a game plan. I want to clean this up really well with some wax and grease remover to make sure that the adhesive part sticks to it really well. We don't want that falling out, but I want to shove it as far back as I can in between the grill and this bar piece, and then keep the wires on the inside because we know the sequential part of it starts here and works its way this way. So when you turn on your turn signal, it'll go bloop, bloop. So yeah, let's get those all in there, and then we'll begin building a wire harness for the grill itself. As you can see, you got the lights all installed there. They tucked away nice and neat so that when it's, the shadow kind of hides it, which I really like. And on the back side for the wiring, I just basically took some gaffer tape and stuck it all up along the top. And then the circuit board is nice and protected. It's in kind of like a sunken in area of the grill, so that should keep it out of the elements. And then wires coming out on each side for each light. And I have to tap into that. And in order to do that, to make a connection, I got these 3-prong weather pack connectors. And instead of running these off of the daytime running lights, I'm going to opt to run it off of the parking lights for the white light. And then obviously the turn signal, and then ground. So we got to figure out what is what on the harness and then build it off there and then run wires up to the top of here because that's where these come out into the weather pack connectors, and then connect it all up. And they should work just fine. So over here on the truck side, I basically got the wire loom separated from the wires itself. And then on my truck, the dark blue with the white stripe on the passenger side, that is the turn signal. And then right next to it, the black, it's a little bit thicker. It's a 16 gauge wire. That one is the ground. And then the one right next to it is a brown. And that brown is your parking lights. So those are the three that we got to splice into and tap. And on the driver's side, same thing, except for the turn signal is a light blue with white stripe. So as you can see, I already got these cut. I'm going to splice into these. I'm going to grab some appropriate size wire and then connect it all up so I have enough wire to run it back here and then come up here, because that's where that new connection is going to be, is right around in this area. There we go. Wire harness has been spliced, and the wires I need ran up here. And on this particular harness, or connector, weather pack connector, it's got numbers on it, like 1, 2, 3. So you can just make marks like 1, ground, 2, that's my turn signal, and 3, those are my running lights. And then they transfer that over to the grill side. not that one. There, you can kind of see it there. 1, 2, 3. So now this should all just be plug and play. Throw it all back together, see how it looks. And there we have it, a really inexpensive way to make it look custom. It's got like kind of a cyberpunk style to it. I really like it. Under $30 for the weather pack connectors and those lights, and I think that looks awesome. I really hope that they last. They should, but you never know. Like for the money that you're spending and their LEDs, it's questionable, but that looks awesome. If you really like what I did here, drop me a like, hit the subscribe button to see what everybody doing next, arrow, and drop a comment. Like if you picked these up and did this yourself, let me know how it goes for you. Yeah, that's awesome. I really like it. See you in the next one.